Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ontario Vintage Tractor. If it's your first time tuning in, my name is Rick, and I'd like to thank you for taking some time to check out the channel. Today we have our New Holland 469 Haybine. It suffered a little bit of damage during our final cut. We lost a U-joint in the front shaft. It turns out that it wasn't the right one to begin with, so it was hard to source some parts. We found a fellow locally that was parting out a unit, and we were able to get the front drive shaft the complete section. So we're real happy about that, and we're going to take you along with us while we change it and test it. Stay tuned. Alright, so what we're doing here is we are welding a regular old nut to the old set screw in the drive shaft itself, as the set screw jam nut was broke off. So what that'll do is it'll put heat from the welder right down into the stud itself, and generally they walk right out once you let them cool. Win again. Alright, so here all we're doing is taking a basic wire wheel on a drill and cleaning up the end of the spline shaft there, just to ensure good fitment with the new shaft that we're putting on. And if you're wondering why I'm using pliers, because I just tried to free that jam nut up. The jam nut's a little bit messed up, so a little bit of Loctite and should be just fine. Just got to free up the pin a little bit. No problem at all. Now we don't actually run it on this bee, but for testing purposes, it'll work just fine. It. And this bee, most of these Alice bees don't have the standard size PTO. They get the little one, so we have an adapter on there just to make it work with the big ones. Okay, we got grease in them. We'll see how it works. Little bee should spin this no problem. Usable condition. So we'll get everything washed up and greased before we put it away for winter. One more thing knocked off the list. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Ontario Vintage Tractor. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. If you could hit that subscribe button down at the bottom if you like what you're seeing, it'd be greatly appreciated. Beside that subscribe button is a little bell notification. If you really want to see every time we post new content, that'll give you an alert. And until next time, stay safe, have a great day.